long time no see to my YouTube channel. I last uploaded a video on my YouTube channel 36 days ago. Now I think in the full time I've been on YouTube, and that's been a long time by the way, this break has been the most intentional, and it's not been for just like a stupid reason like cameras broken, laptops broken. It's actually been an intentional reason of why I haven't been posting, haven't been filming. It's not like I've been off YouTube just not uploading and I have a backlog of pre-filmed videos. I have 0 pre-filmed videos, and this is the first video I'm actually filming this year, which is crazy. But this video is going to be a massive update, telling you why I took time off YouTube, telling you what I want my YouTube to look like going forward. Just basically a massive life update, brain dump, all that good stuff. And I will be doing my makeup at the same time because I am intending to film more videos after this. And I also want to film a few TikToks because in the past week I have filmed a few TikTok videos. So I will put my name down in the description if you want to follow me. Right, I'm going to get into it. If you want to see a big massive rambly video, just keep watching. Right, I do need to do my eyebrows, which I am terrible at doing on camera. So we can just see how this goes. I did tint my eyebrows yesterday, but it doesn't look like they've done anything. I might need to tint them again tonight, but I'm going to try and do my eyebrows on camera. I might not speak at all, but we will try. I'm first going in with a NYX brow pencil. This is the closest thing to the Benefit brow pencils in my opinion. Oh my god, I have just realised that that is the end of my brow pencil. I also just realised I had food in my teeth the full time I was filming that, so that's just great. I'm not going to start again because, as you seen in the last clip, my eyebrow pencil has run out, so I'm going to super drug to buy more tomorrow. But I'm going to use the NYX Lift and Snatch brow tint pen to fill in the rest of my brows because this looks really nice as well. Those brows we'll just have to do at the moment. That is the best we're going to get. Right, so I suppose I should start by kind of getting into why I've not been uploading, why I've not been filming, what has been going on recently, and like all that kind of stuff. I feel like this has been really dramatic because of like the size of YouTuber I am. Like it's not like I'm Shane Dawson and I've took a hiatus off of YouTube and I need to tell my millions of followers where I've been. But do you know what I mean? Like in my head I just felt like I just can't come back after like that time off and just post a video, especially because the first video I want to film this year is a 2024 video, and I'm like, babe, you're nearly 2 full months out. It's like the middle of February when I'm filming this. So I'm like, right, no, let me do this, let me film an update. Even if only one person watches it, I will feel great knowing that that one person knows why I'm uploading the video very late for last year. At the end of last year, I really wasn't enjoying the kind of content I was making. I was getting quite bored yet, right? Now, I know that this channel will be amazing in years to come. Look back at all my memories and see like everything I was out doing, and do you know what I mean? Like I've got so much memories on this channel. I enjoy making vlogs for that reason. But at the same time, at the tail end of last year, I felt like I was just vlogging for the sake of it, and I was uploading the videos and I wasn't really happy with them, do you know? And I got into this state of mind, like anytime I was off, like every weekend off, I had to film a weekend in my life vlog, even if I was doing nothing. And at the end, I was editing them and I was like, this is so boring. So boring to watch. I was literally in my house. Now, I used to love at home weekend vlogs, and like I look back at my old videos that I used to film and I absolutely loved them. But I just felt like because I was uploading for the sake of it and filming for the sake of it, I just wasn't getting the same kind of fulfillment out of the videos. So I was getting sick of it in that sense. So I was kind of getting sick of my content basically, and I wasn't having the same enjoyment of YouTube as I used to. I'm a small creator, if you want to call it that. Like I don't make money for my videos. Like I do get like partnership videos and I get 3 items sent to me, which is great, but I do YouTube and have always done YouTube for fun and enjoyment because I enjoy filming. Like, I love YouTube, I watch YouTube constantly. Like, obviously it would be unreal to be a full-time content creator, but that's just not me, and just because I'm not getting money for it doesn't mean I'm going to stop it because I do enjoy it. Do you get me? So obviously I want to enjoy what I'm filming, what I'm putting out there, and also editing, because that is the big chunk. Like, sitting down and filming this is the easy part, do you know what I mean? Like, well, once you get into it, once your speech impediment stops being an arsehole, but like, this is the easy part. I can sit for hours and chat to this camera and just turn it off afterwards. It's the editing that takes the longest, and obviously if I have recorded a really boring video, that means I need to edit a really boring video, and that's when I can't be bothered doing it, and then I'll just push it off, push it off, push it off, and end up not doing it. So yeah, I was kind of in the cycle of feeling like I needed to film, I've got free time, why not filming? And then it became more of a chore than something I wanted to do. Sorry if the camera angles changed or anything, obviously a camera battery ran out. As I was saying, I was kind of just talking about why I stopped filming. I was just kind of sick of it, right? And then I'm also always stuck in the, like, wanting old YouTube back. Like, I feel like YouTube has changed so much in the recent years that I'm just like, this isn't the place that, like, I loved back then. Like, obviously I still love watching content, but even at that I'm like, this is so fake. Back in the day you uploaded like the shittest quality, doing the most random stuff, and I know like things change and, you know, but I just miss it. I also miss it in my own channel because I feel like I haven't been uploading like the old style videos that I used to love. Like, sit down videos just aren't a thing on my channel anymore, which is annoying because I don't want to just vlog. Like, my life is pretty boring, so I can't just vlog. So I need like something else in my channel, and I think I'm still figuring out what I want that to be, and I think that's where I'm kind of stuck. I'm stuck in knowing what kind of content I want to put out there. I obviously started off as a makeup girly. I know I'm filming my makeup now, but this is like 2 birds 1 stone. But yeah, I did start my original channel as a beauty channel. I wanted to be a beauty guru, because that was really in at the time, do you know, that I started filming, and that was the content I loved watching. Moving on, I was kind of just filming a bit of everything, and that used to be like my tagline, Rihanna Gallagher, a little bit of everything, because I wanted to film a little bit of everything. I wanted to do my makeup because I still enjoyed makeup. Like, I wanted to do food challenges and mukbangs because I loved watching those too, and I loved obviously eating and food and challenges and stuff. But now I feel like I don't actually know what my thing is. Like, I don't just want to be a vlogger because, like I said, my life is pretty boring. My day-to-day life is boring. I work 40-50 hours a week. I'm trying to figure out what kind of videos I want to film. That was close. Did anybody see how much that was dripping down into my eyebrow? That is basically just a bit about my content. Basically, I don't know. I took time off because I didn't like the content I was making, and I've been meaning to film even this video for so long, but I was just not motivated. I wasn't motivated at all. I kept pushing it off. I would have days I'm like, right, I'm going to film, and I didn't because I was just not motivated to film in the slightest. So I've kind of pushed myself today, but I was kind of like ready, do you know what I mean? I was like, right, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to film, I'm ready to just chat. And that's what I'm doing. So here we are, right? Here we are. But yeah, that is what's been going on recently, and I just hope you stick with me through my own journey of finding the content I want to make, and I hope you enjoy the content that I continue to make. And if not, the unsubscribe button is there, you can click it. Anyway, like I said earlier, it is the middle of February. It's the 16th of February just now. And I feel like my January was off to a really good start. So I set goals and I have achieved the 2 goals I set in January. So my 2 goals were to read more, which I did. I read 5 books in January. I am slacking this month. I haven't even finished 1 book. That was one of my goals in January. And the second goal in January was to stop vaping again. So I stopped vaping the first time, it was about 2 years ago, I think. Yes, it was, because I was at download for the first year. So that was download 2023. So I did stop vaping. Obviously started again. Tried a few times to stop after that, but failed. But I started nicotine patches in January and done it myself basically. So I done 4 weeks worth of nicotine patches, which was a lot shorter than the first time I done patches. The first time I done patches through the chemist, I done them for 12 weeks. But yeah, I done it myself this time, 4 weeks, and I managed. So I have not vaped since the 6th of January, which is massive for me. But right now I'm feeling like the health, the health side of it, not even in a good way. Like I am more croaky, more wheezy. Anytime I'm eating something solid, I'm coughing because everything in like my throat, my chest, my lungs is kind of repairing itself, and there's little hairs in your throat that get burned off when you smoke and vape, so they're all growing back, and that's what's irritating my throat when I'm eating. So yeah, hopefully the wheeziness and stuff goes away pretty soon. But I'm glad to have stopped vaping. I'm saving a lot of money by not vaping, which is great. And that was another thing, like when I got paid at the end of January, I was able to put money into my credit card and put money into my savings, and I have not touched that yet. So I am quite happy with that, because that was another big goal of mine this year, to actually save money, because I want out of this house. I'm so far away from everything, and obviously I don't drive yet. So I would like a house, and I would like to buy a house, because renting and only being allowed to do so much isn't what I enjoy anymore, do you know? I want to have free range of the decorations and what colour paint I paint the house, and do you know, everything that comes with buying your own house. So I want to start saving. And I also want to start saving, like, because through the year, like if I've got like a holiday or something, I always just use my wage, and I'm like, I'm skint. I'm skint now, I have nothing left in my wage. So if I have savings, I can use the savings, because I've got money in my savings at the moment, and I'm just like, I could use that money for my excursions in Prague. Do you know what I mean? Instead of just using my wage, just having a bit more money. Also, I do want to drive this year. I just need to get a new provisional, because mine's completely ran out. So I need to get a new provisional. But a new provisional, and then get lessons, and then start driving. I'm going to get the list out in my other goals that I have for this year, because I feel like I have a lot more. So my goals for 2025 are stop vaping once and for all, which I have done so far. Obviously anything can happen, but I feel very positive about the stopping vaping this time, because usually when I have a drink in me, when I'm drunk, when I have been on the randan, as you can see, that is usually when I absolutely fuck up, basically, and I go back to vaping because I've wanted to vape when I've been drunk. But I can safely say I have been drunk on 2 separate occasions, just 2. I didn't go back to it, I didn't fuck it up for myself, so I feel quite confident that I'm gonna completely stop and not go back to it this time, because I'm like more headstrong, and it's like more like I want to stop, I don't want to go back to it. Like before I was like, a vape's a vape, like it's fine, but I feel like this time I don't want to go back to it. Right, the next one is start driving lessons. I've just spoke about that, so I need to get a new provisional. So mine ran out, right? And a wee while ago I tried to renew it. Now, obviously, I've never done it before. I am 28, so I would have got my first provisional when I was 17, when it's legal to drive in the UK. So that's when I got my first provisional. So I've never had to like renew it before or get a new one or anything like that. So I was putting my details into the website to renew my provisional because I thought like that's what you need to do. And it was coming up saying like details not registered, like details not recognised. So I left it because I was like, oh, I need to get the forum, like it's not working online. Then I found out when I was speaking to Harry, he's like, well, obviously you're not going to renew it because it's ran out, like you need to get a brand new one. And I was like, I would never have never have known that. I thought you just renew it because like, yeah, why not? It runs out, you renew it. But no, I need to register for a brand new one. So I will do that when I'm paid, which is next week, so it's not too long. So we'll do that and then I'll get my new provisional. I need to take my nice photo for it. I always kick myself for not doing it when I was 17. Like my mind was elsewhere when I was 17. I had different priorities when I was 17 and I absolutely kick myself for it, but that's life, that's what happened. I wasn't interested in that when I was 17. I was too interested in partying, drinking and whatever. Like driving wasn't a big thing back then. It holds me back from so much because I don't drive. So I wish I drove, but hey ho, I just need to sort it out now. I can't go back and change it, sadly. We know we can't go back and change things. So I'll do it this year, like it is the year, and same thing again, like I think before I was too comfortable and just being like, oh, like I don't need to, like I'm a passenger princess, but now I'm just like, no, like I need to stop relying on people. So yeah, I don't want to rely on people anymore, so it's definitely the year that I drive. Beep beep bitch. Okay, what else do we have? Save between £250 to £500 per month for a mortgage. So yep, I'm doing that. I've done that with my January wage. I put £300 into my savings pot. I did speak a bit about that. Obviously that won't solely be for the mortgage, that's just like having something in my savings account. My next one is upload one video per week to YouTube. So obviously we're not doing that yet, but there's still time to get into that kind of routine, editing and uploading. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this one goes and then we'll see how we go after that, do you know? Right, the next one is healthy eating habits. So I put stop eating out for lunch every day because I was getting really bad at that. Eating out, having a meal deal for lunch every day at work, it was just so easy and convenient, and it still is. Like in my head I'm thinking it's so much easier than cooking when I'm at work, especially at my work. I can't always find the time to cook, and I've been finding it like last week especially, I barely ate anything at work because I was just sitting at my desk doing my work. And because we don't have like set break times, it is harder to like take yourself away from your desk and go and make lunch. But that was a goal. I have been eating better, I will say that, and I have been taking food into work, which has been better, but I still go to the shop sometimes and get a meal deal. Cleaning schedule. I want to get a decent cleaning schedule with the house. That's not just a goal for me, that is a goal for both me and Harry. I do feel like I'm in a decent enough schedule though. I just want it to be more of a shared responsibility. So the next one is taking care of my body. In January I was very like taking care of my body. So in January I went to the doctors, which I have been putting off for so long. A wee bit of a backstory here. I went to the doctors, or went to the nurse actually, to review my contraceptive pill, and the nurse I had this appointment made me feel really self-conscious, and I don't know, she wasn't really helpful. She was quite rude, actually, in my opinion. She was very rude, and I don't know if that's just because I interpreted it that way because I was feeling a certain way. But after the appointment, I've spoke to a few people who've also had this nurse and have had similar experiences, so I know that it's just not me being a bit like dramatic, do you know, and taking it to heart. So basically, I went in, had this appointment, she took my weight, my height, and she basically told me if my BMI continues to rise, we can no longer give you this pill. End of. Okay, so there's me panicking like. So that appointment was the reason that I was kind of, I don't want to throw the word anxiety around, but I was anxious to make another appointment. But in January, I bit the bullet. I made another appointment with a nurse. And I was obviously feeling brave because at the same time, I booked my smear test. And at this point, I had never had a smear test before. I'm 28. In Scotland, I don't know what it's like in England. In Scotland, you can get your smear test at 25. I could have had my smear test at 25. But that was another thing. I kept putting off and putting off and putting off. Silly of me. Do not recommend, obviously. But yeah, that was just what I done. I was very scared, didn't know what to expect, but I booked both on the same day. So I got the appointment and the nurse, Heather, love you by the way, she was great, very informative, and she basically debunked what the other nurse had told me. So I obviously explained what the other nurse had told me and why I was so anxious. Like, I went in and I was shaking like a leaf. She tried to take my blood pressure and she actually said she wasn't going to take note of that because it would be an inaccurate reading. She's actually gave me a form that I need to fill out, which I haven't done yet, oops. But she basically told me that the information that the other nurse had gave me was wrong. And that even if my BMI continued to rise, I could continue to take the pill that I was currently on. They would just want to do some more regular checkups to ensure that the pill wasn't detrimental to my health. It's quite dangerous actually that a nurse can give you false information like that. It put me in a panic. I was like, oh, so that means I need to change my contraception and, you know, it might not work, I might be bleeding again, and that's obviously not what I wanted. So I honestly wanted to put a complaint in against that nurse, but I didn't. Right, how have I managed this? One brow is always looking thicker than the other. Also had my smear that day. She couldn't have made me feel any more comfortable. She spoke me through the full process and I actually hope I get her again next time. But yeah, don't push off your smear tests, ladies. I've done it and now that I've had my smear, I feel absolutely fine about it. Another thing I suppose I done to take care of my body was get my tooth fixed. I got that fixed at the end of December, so that was a long time coming. That was literally a year in process to get my tooth fixed. One thing I need to do to take care of my body, I need to book an eye test. My next one isn't so much a goal, this is just something that I want to do this year. Body modifications. So as you can see, I have stretched both of my ears now. These are both 8mm, and I think that's as big as I'm going to get. Until I start getting bored of them and thinking they're small, I will probably go to a 10, but that is it. So I had my ears stretched when I was younger and de-stretched them or just took them out basically. This one's always had a blowout, so this one was really, really easy to stretch again. This one on the other hand was an absolute nightmare. But yeah, I'm glad I've got them both to the same size and the size that I like them at the moment. But I do want some more piercings in my ears. So I have this one and this one here and just my lobe in my right ear. So I want some more piercings in my ears, and I want to start getting more tattoos. Like, I want my legs to be covered, so I want to start off my shin tattoos because I really want those, and I've been eyeing them up the longest and I just know that I'm completely set on wanting those. So okay, that is what I want on my shins. So yeah, that is the tattoos I want on my shins. So yeah, those are the body modifications I want. I don't think I want anything else. Like, I like my septum piercing, and I think that's just all that I want on my face. I'm not a big piercing gal like I used to be. I used to love the piercings, but I think that's all I want piercing wise. Next, stop wasting my evenings after work. So I've spoken about this before, and I've always said that, like, I feel like I don't have enough hours in the day, but then when I actually sit down, I'm like, I have so many hours in the day after work. So I need to stop wasting my days. So I don't know, I was trying to do things in bits, like just doing like a little goal here and a little goal there, and then by the end of the year all the goals will be complete because you've like done it gradually. So I think I need to just start getting my finger out and doing that again, because I need to get in a routine. And when I'm in a routine, that means I won't waste my evenings. That's the way I'm thinking of it. But yeah, I need to just get into a routine after work especially. Next we have Project Pan. So I have some rules to this, because I don't actually have numerous amounts of the same product, especially when it comes to makeup. Like body care and skincare and that over there, perfect, I can do Project Pan and that. But with makeup, like, no. Like, this is the only eyebrow pencil I have. So I need to go and buy a new one. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I have some rules. So Project Pan, to try and get rid of all of this, because I have so much. So obviously a lot of my products came from Glossybox. So I have actually cancelled my Glossybox subscription for this year. I might go back to it next year, or I might go back to Birchbox or something along the lines, because I did enjoy getting Glossybox. Yeah, my lashes are really not playing ball today. But yeah, I have cancelled my subscription, so I will only be using what I have or what I need to repurchase. So like the makeup products that I'm going to buy tomorrow, I need to repurchase, because I only use certain makeup products, like my foundation, my pale foundation, my eyebrow pencils, and that's about it really. That's what I'm going to buy. My concealer, sorry. But products like blush, bronzer and highlight, I will not repurchase new ones until I have used what I have, because I have so many. Same with setting sprays actually. So I'm kind of doing it and I'm kind of not. Now, I'm not saying I will definitely not buy a product that I don't need, because I probably will. So I bought a body spray from Home Bargains, and it was a Sol de Janeiro dupe, and I absolutely love it for work. And I know there are other scents, and I feel like I might go and buy them. I'll do Project Pan, but with my own rules, okay? But yeah, I knew these lashes were not going to play ball. Do I have anything else? Yes, the only other goal or intention I have is to read every night. And again, I have spoken a bit about that earlier in the video. I was doing really well with my reading in January, but February I need to get back to that. But again, reading is supposed to be enjoyable, and I feel like when you put so much kind of pressure on yourself to do something, it takes the fun out of it. So I'm not putting too much pressure on myself to read at night. Sometimes I just want to lie and watch TikToks, and that's okay. Have a wee sip of my Monster before I put lipstick on. Also, Monster is not my drink of choice. I'm a Red Bull girly, but last week I just had like the urge to try all the sugar-free flavours. So this past week I have tried, let's just, going to be tangent. I told you this would be rambly. I haven't spoke to a camera in so long, and I feel like these are the updates that you need. What kind of Monster I've been drinking. So I have tried the light pink one, which is Ultra Strawberry Dreams, and I have taken a photo. That is my work wall, by the way. I have checkerboard on my desk and my board at work. I have also tried the Ultra Feisty Mango, the Ultra Peachy Keen, the Ultra Paradise. Don't even know what flavour that is, but I've tried it. And then I have tried the White Monster as well. And now I'm trying the Ultra Rosa. So I don't think I filmed any of that. But I just done my lips, and I used Mare by MAC, which is my favourite lipstick at the moment. But yeah, that is my makeup done. This is my pale makeup. I am trying to embrace the pale makeup and not feeling like I always need to put fake tan on, because I don't. But yeah, that is all I have to say. I feel like I have been talking for absolute ages. It never takes me this long to do my makeup, but because I've been filming and chatting, it's took a while. So yeah, I feel like I've got everything off my chest that I need to say. So yeah, I feel good about filming this and uploading this before I go back into regular content, whatever that looks like going forward. But I'm glad I filmed this, and I'm glad I've said everything I need to say. I feel like it has been very rambly and some things might not make sense, but I suppose I'll figure that out when I edit this. But yeah, that is all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will stick with me on my journey when I'm figuring out what kind of content I want to make. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and hopefully I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.